Welcome back to my channel. My name is Monette, and this is my empath, and we're going to get into this quick step-by-step video on how you can manifest using the vibration of every month. Right now, today, as I'm doing this, it is 2/22, and I was guided to do this with you guys on this day specifically. So that means it is February 2nd. So another day that you will be able to manifest this year and month is on the 22nd of every single month. But I want to talk about what each of the number vibrations offer for you, and I'll go in and make a video regarding that each month as we go by as a reminder. So for this month, specifically, partnerships regarding anything. So this can be relationships, it can be business partnerships, and it can be anything of that nature. Master numbers are 11 and 22 when we're studying numerology. So booking something on the 11th or the 22nd, or doing a prayer today if you happen to catch this live, will go a long way towards manifesting and lassoing in what you would like to see created in your life regarding any kind of partnership. Would you like a better relationship with your kid? Would you like a better relationship with a coworker? Would you like a better relationship with your employer? Would you like the opportunity to have your employer see you as someone to give a promotion to? Would you like for that to be a better investment for you? Would you like to take a look at stocks and bonds? Maybe you want to invest into Bitcoin. Any partnership you're going into in 2/22 in this year, in this month specifically, that is going to hold it. Would you like to improve your marriage? Then write down affirmations on 2/22 about your marriage. So the 22nd of this month. I will give you an example. I have a lot of business stuff going on, and so I manifested things specifically around dates that go with master numbers that absolutely change our energy. So I manifested on 2/11 and 2/22. Specifically, I have things around those days for what I would like to see and bring into fruition this year. So that's for the month of February. That's how you can utilize and harness the energy of February. Because what you need to know about the year 2022 is that any partnership that you want to come into alignment is here to come into alignment for you. Now, let's move into March 3/22 or 3/2. These numbers here, this is about bringing in the vibration of spiritual ascension to you. The number 3 is associated with ascended masters. So on 3/22, if you'd like to deepen your spiritual practices, if you would like to find a meditation that actually works for you. Years ago, there was a meditation called F It, which was really hilarious. You can still find it here on YouTube, but it was really good for people that were like, I don't get meditation. And this guy's just like, F it, F that girl at your job. Not actually, but like, forget about what's going on the boss. Forget about what's happening at school. Just say F it. It was really funny. It was really tongue in cheek. It was snarky and cool. But in any case, 2/22 is 3/22 in March is a time when you can actually find a meditation, a spiritual regimen, a practice that's going to match your vibration, and it will do so effortlessly. So that's how you manifest the 3 number. That's how you figure out other spiritual energies that might be good for you, meaning like maybe there will be something that's in the Bhagavad Gita that's good for you, or maybe there's something in the Tao that's good for you, or maybe there's something in the Cabal that's good for you. You will find something on 3/22 that resonates. Maybe a book will literally fall off the books in front of you, and it might not be spiritual at all, but it will have wisdom that ascends your thinking in a spiritual practice. Maybe you need to read the Bible and open up to 3/22 in the Bible. I don't know, y'all, but you will be guided on that day and be able to use that for manifestation and scripting to get things to go your way. The next one is 4/22. 4/22. Now, I have a video up here about 4/20, and 4/22 specifically would be about you being in partnership. That's also spiritual business, but it's also stability. The number 4 has to do with manifestation, and it has to do, because if you look at it in the tarot, it would be 1111. So that's a manifestation number. Pay attention to your thoughts and what you're thinking. On 4/22, you want to bring stability to any relationship. If you want to underpin it more properly, or if you would like your business to thrive. 4 of Wands, if we are reading tarot, has to do a lot with thriving, fire energy. So this is associated with Aries, a Leo, and Sagittarius energy that would be on fire in a good way in the workplace. So if you want to write any affirmations for 4/22, that is something that you can do to harness the energy of this year for you. Going into 522. 522 is about change. Five is always a number of changes, a Saturnian number. So in May, what we'll be doing is creating great changes. So this is fantastic if you want to alter your health regimen. Maybe you fell off the wagon from our New Year's resolutions and you want to get back on it. 522 is what you do to get back in alignment regarding anything with body, mind, health, realignment. So write down your manifestations and bring into yourself the second half of the year, getting back into alignment. 522 will help that. Also, if there are relationships that need to shift or be out of your life, 522 is a time to write that down, even if you don't understand it. If there's anybody that gives you a niggling worry, or you don't understand like what their purpose is, or they make you wonder, anybody that's renting space in your brain and living in your brain rent free, you want to write down a 522 to let it be. You can release then, because it brings an incredible change and it's very powerful. Let's move on to 622. 622 is going to be about business balance for you, and also reciprocity in relationships. 3, breaking up, balancing on each. Especially if we're looking at the Six of Pentacles with tarot, what we're dealing with is the energy of balance or lack of reciprocity, or much reciprocity. So on 622, we want to look at our business dealings, look at our finances. What's not working? What's not working credit wise, and what's not working? What do we need to fine tune? Let's say you've had a banner year and you just like to get better. 622 is where you manifest that you're only going to get better. Let's say that you would like to start saving more. 622 is what you would manifest that for. Let's say you've been in a relationship and it's been in balance with communication in other ways, maybe energetically, maybe sexually. 622 is when you say, we're going to get back to the best of you and the best of me and the best that both of us can be. That's when you would write down and manifest that. Let's talk about 722, spirituality. 722 also falls in July. So let's talk about the unharness the energy of that. Cancerian energy to nurture. That is spiritual alignment, that synchronicity, the number 7, okay? That is about a number not just of completion, but it's a number of a new cycle beginning, okay? 7-year cycles are a big deal and a big thing, as well as 10-year cycles, and we'll get there in a moment. But what I want you to do on 722 is take a look at your alignment with the spiritual you. How do you feel? What feels real to you? Are you nurturing your spiritual side? What's your self-care regimen like? That's a time to write down that you would like to start to begin those things in a new way, because you will be sent in muses and inspirations that will get you onto healthier days, but also it will be something that brings you peace of mind. 722 is about synchronicities. So this will be a year or a moment and a month where you can really easily define by asking for signs that things are coming to you. So you'll get real clarification immediately. Moving on to 822. That August energy, that has to do with being radiant, literally the sun, ruled by Leo. But what we're talking about here is abundance. The number 8 is infinity, and I was just watching Tanisha. If you're on here, go check out her video. Tanisha Porter has a video about 88 and 888. I also have a video here that I made a while ago about 888 and the number vibration. There's all kinds of things in there. So there's delicious food, but here's what you need to know. With 8, the number is about infinity. If you were to turn the number 8 on its side, it's about flowing in and out of itself. It's about abundance. I am strategic when picking dates with many things, and my anniversary is specifically that time because I knew the vibration that it would bring. Now, what I want you to do when that day comes on 822 is write down the things that you would like to bring in abundantly for you, whether that's your finances, whether that's your health. Again, it can be applied to relationship. Do you see how this goes? But what you want to do is harness the relationship of the time frame and the month. Specifically with it being in Leo, it's ruled by the 5th house, which deals with our friendships, romance, creativity, lightness, flirtation, a great house party, a great dinner party, that kind of energy, royalty. What would you like to bring in for you on 822? Make sure to write that down. Changes as well, and spirituality. So this is a somber time to get really focused about the better you and the higher you can be. Harnessing in the energy of Virgo in September, what we're going to do is take a fine look at the details. Virgo, persnickety, paying attention to the details will help you to get really fine-tuned on what is no longer working for you, or what does need to work for you or be realigned. So on 922, write that down, and the universe will create space and make the time for you to ascend and go over the fine details, and that will help you actually prevail. Moving on to 1022. I love this number because it is ruled by Libra. this time of the month. But 1022 is when we're going to talk about relationships, but endings and new beginnings for you. If we're reading tarot, the 10s often indicate or portend beginnings and endings, right? Beginnings and endings. And so, whatever needs to end or begin at that time, this is a portal where you can define exactly what that is. Now, because Libra rules relationship, partnership, and balance, this is a time where you will be bringing into balance something that ends. And that is the magic of 1022. So, what is ending or beginning for you? Write that down and see what the universe brings you through or to or out of during that time. It inevitably will be harnessed for you because it is actually guided by the divine, but it also is blessed by that abundant energy of Libra and partnership. So it will be easy for you to define what is working and what isn't. Moving on to 1122, one of my favorite dates. This is about the things we think and how they quickly come our way. We are powerful manifestors, empath, and this is something I'm always talking about and teaching. What we think about, we bring about. Energy is shared, and our vibration is always leaking. 11, anytime you see it, is about manifestation. Anybody that's here on this channel knows that 1111 is about manifestation. But on 1122, and if you want to be really cheeky, you could do it on 111122 or 1122 itself. You will be able to manifest whatever you want to you. The sky is the limit. Now, the sky is the limit at any other of these months, but what I really want you to know is that you have this thirst for it, this kind of like galactic push, this comet ride through the universe in order to bring to you exactly what you need on 1122. And what I want you to do is take the opportunity to manifest that for you. And I know you think, Monette, it is going to be so hard to remember that when these days come, but don't worry, I will try to make a video for each and every one of the months and how you can better do it. Maybe we'll go a little bit more expansive. But I wanted to do a quick overview just in case you're wondering, how do I make the best of this year? This year is so awesome for partnership and connection and making things absolutely clear. When 1122 is here, this is a scorpionic energy of transformation. It's not beautiful. So scorpionic energy is ruled by the months of October and November, but Scorpio we associate heavily with that time frame. And what that means, if you were looking at scorpionic energy in the tarot, it is death, rebirth, and transformation. It is a beautiful energy that absolutely can change your life forever. So this is a powerful month to 100% get in the flow of 1122, and everything you want to know will gravitate to you. Everything you need to know will already be pinged to you, especially if you kind of lasso onto the 722 moment of synchronicity. You're going to be paying attention to the things that are led to you by 1122, and you'll be able to write them down clearly and watch as they absolutely effortlessly gravitate to you. 1222. Let's get into this energy. When we are working with 1222, what we're dealing is with finality, but always also Sagittarius energy. So let's talk about that. Sagittarius is a philosopher. Sagittarius is the seeker. Sagittarius is a networker. Sagittarius in the low vibration can be other things too. It's called, to the people that read tarot, it's considered the homewrecker. But honestly, what Sagittarius does is they're the explorer in the higher vibration. Sagittarius can be the mogul. You think of two Sagittarius energy, Jay-Z and Frank Sinatra, two self-made men that came from scrappy backgrounds of their faces. That's the of Sagittarian energy when harnessed properly. And both of those people have been in their lower vibration, as their songs both attest to. What I want you to understand is when we get to 1222, you get a reset on the next 10 years and what you want to do. Yes, guys, that is a powerful time. So on 1222, just before the fall of law and the snowfalls and the Christmas bling, you can start to rewrite a thing about the next 10 years of your life and the trajectory, because you are able to turn, like Frank and Jay-Z, something from nothing into something that is going to be something to see. I'm thinking, out of the tree of life, I just picked me a plum. I do not own the rights to that song or obviously the right harmony. And then I'm thinking of New York. Yeah. Concrete jungle where dreams are made of. That is masculine energy in 1222. That is directional energy. It's powerful energy. It's about you going after what you want unabashedly, like both Frank and Jay-Z did. You will do it your way. I did it my way. Again, owning none of the rights nor the tunes. I'm so many octaves off tonight. But what I'm going to say is you will do it your way. It will be something that you create. And I'm hearing on to the next one. Hard to forget. Something when you always forget one. That's Jay-Z. It is time to leave behind. And now I'm hearing old anxiety. So use that energy Let old acquaintance be forgot. Yeah. Old anxiety. Use that energy in 1222 to release things that no longer suit you, no longer fit you. Even though it wasn't the 22 vibration last year, the number 5, 2021 was a 5 vibration, Saturnian lessons, hard lessons, things that were terrible. Things that happened in December of last year were powerfully cataclysmic and changing and probably hurt feelings and all of that stuff because it was the ending of a really hard season for a lot of us. And so I use that time to manifest real endings and clean out, use the numerology vibration to get you where you want. And that's how I utilize it. Even though I knew it was going to suck, I actually purged a lot and it was beautiful for me. What I will say is on 1222, it's about the beautiful things you want to see. It's not about negativity. Last year was about negativity. This year, and when I say that, meaning Saturnian lessons usually don't feel fantastic and fun. This year, this is about being on the run. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing, being on the run in the best way, not Bonnie and Clyde, but like on the run towards your success, on the run to good, better, best. As my mom would say, good, better, best. Never let it rest till you make your good better and your better best. That's the energy of 1222. Harness in magic, power, masculine directional energy to you. Business ventures, money, expansion, explosion. Write the book if you want to. Find the publisher, book the trip, fly on Emirates, all the things, guys. That's what 1222 brings. Because if you would have told Scrappy Frank with the blue eyes and you would have told Jay-Z with the wry smile that they would be the men that they ended up being, they would have said, yeah, I knew. I was always on the way to that because they're quite confident. That's Sagittarius energy. But the thing that's more powerful to see is how they manifested it, what seems like effortlessly. But it's because they believed in the impossible. They were plucky and they directionally to their path, and they said, this poverty will not always last. That's the magic of 1222. Leave the poverty and the impoverished poverty conscious thinking and the lack in poverty consciousness thinking and the victim mentality behind you, and set a course for the next 10 years where you obliterate every one of your fears and you shoot yourself into a stratosphere that no one ever thought for you. That's the magic of 1222. So good to share some energy with you guys today, and come back and join me next time and we will continue to evolve together.